Here we have the JIUSI M14R Storm. Well, at least Storm is what the sticker says. Hello, I'm Ramon, and welcome back to All Scale RC. This is the M14R Storm. This was sent to me by JIUSI RC. The box itself, for some reason, on this particular model with this body, actually says JIUSI ND. So just send. So I don't know if it's JIUSI RC or just send. I'll show you when I take the body off. The battery strap on here says JIUSI. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Kind of hard to pronounce. I went ahead and took it out of the box and installed the rear spoiler and the wheelie bar, and also I drew some stickers on it because they had no stickers on it. I kind of like the body without the stickers, but once I put the Storm stickers on, I don't mind them. They look good. I already took the body clips off. I started recording. I thought I was recording and realized camera just shut off on me, so I wasn't recording. But what I was saying was, this is the more aerodynamic body out of all these 1/14 scale trucks that were made on this chassis. Orlando made it, ZD Racing made it, and JIUSI made it. JIUSI has the better body. I like the looks of the other body that comes for this, but this is definitely a lot more aerodynamic. And another really cool thing about this, you have a spot in the back that will fit your GNS analyzer. So you can put down some Velcro back there and put your analyzer in the back. Well, actually it might fit better that way, but it stays out the wind that way, so it's not going to hinder your performance when you're trying to get those top speed numbers. It is right out the air. So that's actually something I really like about this body, and this body is actually really good looking. It definitely looks better in person. But let's go ahead and get this body off. Like I said, I took the body clips off. There are no retainers for the body clips, so don't lose them. It has a 3S battery. See, there it is. It says JIUSI. On the box, for some reason, it says Gisend or Giserno or something else. I don't know why it says something else on the box. But this is a JIUSI. The battery included with this is a 3S 11.1 volt 45C battery that they're throwing in with this. They're not messing around with you, giving you a 2S and you got to get your own 3S. They're giving you a 3S right from the beginning. Not sure what the other guys are doing. I can't remember. But I know that with the Armor cars, you get a 2S and you got to go buy a 3S. So you're already getting your 3S with this. Everything's adjustable. Front arms, rear camber links, everything's adjustable. The motor right there, it says it's a 2845 33,600 kV motor. And I want to say that ESC is a 35 amp ESC. I don't see it in the literature, but I think, well, I'm pretty sure that the ZD Racing and the JIUSI both came with the 35 amp ESC. Rollarlo came with a 45 amp ESC. But sometimes those are just numbers. While we have the body off, we're going to install the wheelie bar and the rear spoiler that they provided. So we're going to get that on real quick. All right, there's 2 screws on each side for the wheelie bar. There's one right here and one that I'm hoping I could get to with the shock on. I'm probably going to have to pop off the wheels. To get to that advertised 80 kilometer, 49 mile per hour top speed, you're probably going to have to put in this high-speed pinion that they provided. Allen keys are provided for you, but I like using my own tools. Just to point out, there is a rear sway bar in the back and in the front. There is a rear sway bar. Harder to see because your bumper's in the way, but it's there. So shocks feel nice. Let's get this on here. The shocks are actually in the way when you go to put on the wheelie bar, so you're going to have to undo this top screw. Now don't over tighten. It is a self-tapping screw. It was in the second hole. So the middle hole, actually, just put it back how it was. Get that wheel back on. You're going to wrench a lot on RC cars, get your own personal tools. The ones provided get the job done, but start this by hand. Wheelie bar is on, and here's the rear wing. Rear wing goes on like that. 2 screws provided in this bag. Don't tighten too much until you get the other side on. I don't know why I bring out power tools, because I never use them. Well, you have to be careful with power tools. You'll end up stripping. A lot of times with plastic and screwing into plastic, you'll end up messing up the threads. Look at that suspension. Thing's great. There's underneath the chassis. It's a good looking little car. LED light in the front there. This little piece of plastic here is designed to allow for the bumper to flex. Let's throw this body on, see what it looks like now. The rear spoiler doesn't really get in the way of putting in your body clips. Look at this thing. I think it looks good. All right, so they're nice enough to throw in some spare parts in there for you. So you do get some steering links and some other spare parts, some hexes. They do give you the tools you need to work on this thing. So you get a little nut driver, some Allen keys, double-sided tape it looks like. And you do get a speed pinion. I believe this is a 18 tooth. I think a 15 tooth comes on the car. I was gonna throw this on, but of course today it snowed. So I'm not sure how fast we can go in the snow with this thing. So I wasn't trying to break any real speed limits in the icy conditions out there. But this car, I've seen it in some other videos, and it's been proven to do the claimed speeds, which are 80 kilometers per hour, which equal out to about 49 miles per hour. And I've been seeing people hit real close to those numbers. So those numbers are actual. You also get some extra stickers with this. I could have called it Thunder or Storm. I think Thunder is for the other color body that comes for this. And this body here uses the Storm stickers. It does come with a 3S 2200 mAh battery, which that is a pretty nice battery. A lot of times with the Arma 14th scales, I think they give you a 2S, and they do run on 3S, but you have to provide your own 3S. With this car, they're saving you that extra cost. They're giving you the 3S from the beginning, because we all know that's what we want to do. We want to run the 3S. We don't want the 2S. They also give you a 25 amp fast charger, which this is really nice. This charger here will charge up 3S and 2S batteries. As you can see there on the you plug in your balance lead there, and you have a choice between a 2S or a 3S charging port. If you don't already have a decent charger, a charging station, this is actually pretty good. I'll show you what you get with the competition. You guys might be familiar with this chassis. It is pretty much the same as the Relarlo Rogue One, and ZD Racing also makes this as well. And I happen to have or Relarlo right here. Here's the Relarlo, and here is the charger provided to you with the Relarlo or Relarlo. Here's the charger provided to you. It's a USB charger. Pretty much, you take this, you plug in your battery, and you come back the next day. These are such slow chargers. I don't know if it's as slow as a trickle charge, or maybe that's what it is, but these are very slow chargers. So with the JIUSI, you're going to get this charger. Look at the difference. 25 amp charger. This battery is going to be charged up. I forget how long they said. I don't know if they said 1 to 2 hours or something like that, versus this. You come back the next day and you're lucky if it's charged. These are really slow. I don't even take these out the box. I just keep them in there, toss them to the side. Give them away on Halloween. What else do you do with them? Now the JIUSI also comes with the same body as the Rogue One here. It comes with the exact same body, different color scheme. I actually prefer this body more. This body to me is more of a scale body. It has all this stuff on the back. Looks like it's trying to be a crawler or something else. And honestly, it's a boxier body, which to me is going to be more restrictive. So I actually prefer this body. At first in the pictures, I wasn't sure about it, but once I see it in person, especially in this color, I love the way this looks. Here, let's get this one out the way. So you get yourself some Scotch fastener tape. I don't know if it's loop tape or what you want to call it, but you get yourself some of this stuff. So you cut yourself 2 pieces of fastener tape. You smush them together to make sure you have them in the correct orientation. Just stick it onto your GPS here, and we're going to stick it in the back of this truck. Look at that. Now you're ready to go break the speed limit. That's out of the wind, out of the air. With a lot of these, if you had the Relarlo, whoop, I'm crushing the body. If you had the Relarlo, where do you stick that thing at? Anywhere you put it, you're in the wind. I've seen people put it on top, put it on the hood, and that just isn't good for your, that's gonna kill your mile per hour, I think, personally. When you look at aerodynamics, you wanna be as smooth as possible. And that right there is pretty smooth. Let's pop the battery in this bad boy. You can still get your body clips on once that's back there. There it is. Tell me, this is the one to get. Now that battery is a tight fit. That battery is not moving in this thing. It is not going on anywhere. It is not falling out. That battery is in there. I actually struggled to get it out at first because not necessarily the ESC, but the brace going across the top does overlap the battery a little bit, which is actually kind of a good thing because it helps keep it in place. But it does overlap a little bit, and this side wall right here comes up to the height of the battery. So battery is not moving, and it is literally the length of the tray. So it will not go anywhere. All right, I did throw some batteries in this controller already. It uses 4 AA batteries. And it actually has a jack for a JST jack, I believe it is, so that you can actually plug in a 2S LiPo instead of having to buy AA batteries all the time and just recharge your 2S LiPo, as long as it fits in the tray. Now, this does have a full metal drivetrain, metal gears, everything, very well sorted. All your arms are adjustable wheel shocks. Collars are right there. You spin them down. It doesn't have those stupid little clips. So you just turn your little collars and you can tighten up the suspension or loosen up the suspension. Like I said, it does come with a wheelie bar. Wheelie bar, for those people that always think I'm saying wheelie. Aluminum chassis underneath. And it does have some nice etching or etched. Nah, it's just a nice little design underneath. I thought it was etched, but it's not. It does come with a front light bar, which is also nice. You could run this thing at night. It does not have a light in the rear, which you can always add one on. In the pictures I saw that this thing has a 6-channel or a 5-channel receiver. Just curious if it actually does have how many channels is the receiver, because the radio itself is a 2-channel radio, so it's a 6-channel receiver, so you have 3 blanks. You can actually throw in a tail light if you wanted to and just plug it into one of those empty channels. I'm sure it should just power up. So here's actually a closer look at this chassis. As you can see, like I said, everything's adjustable. Your aluminum shocks. It does have a full metal drivetrain. Your brushless 2845 3600 kV motor. 35 amp ESC, I believe this one is. I want to say the servo is a 11 kg servo. Sway bars front and rear, if you can see in there. Sway bar in the back. Shock towers are aluminum shock towers. Either aluminum or steel. Can't tell. Might be steel. Power switch is right here, so it looks like it will be accessible with the body on. You should be able to pull the body out the way, slip your finger in there. Now, this rear wing, if you're trying to go fast, I would probably trim off a little bit in the back. Part that comes up. Trim off a little bit. I'm talking purely if you're just trying to go faster than what the advertised speeds. If you're going to advertised speed, you're fine. I turned on the power on button. The truck isn't on. I'm waiting for it to beep. Here, let me flick the switch on that. Okay, now your throttle control is this button right here. And that's only set to 50% from the factory. So let's crank that bad boy up. Big difference, huge difference. It does seem to take a second to ramp up, but that's a loud fan, but it has a fan. We need all the cooling we can get. All right, now I am going to try to run this outside in the snow. I need to get a camera mount on here, on the radio, because it's hard to try to film and record at the same time. So I have a mount here, double-sided tape. We're going to stick on the bottom of this radio, possibly in that direction. I got to make sure it sticks. I don't want my camera to fall. Give that a couple minutes to set. Wow, this thing cleaned up pretty well. Still looks brand new. It was covered in sand, salt, and ice. Well, that was the run footage. That was what I could salvage of it. Unfortunately, I was trying out this little thumb camera here, and I'm over here getting into the shot and everything, getting low, trying to get good shots. And I realized halfway through running this thing that I never hit record. So I salvaged what I could between the other cameras. It's really hard trying to shoot small RCs. Shooting crawlers is one thing. You could get up close. They're moving a lot slower. But when you're trying to shoot something small and fast, they're already small. So trying to get them in the shot and trying to get good footage, it's really tough. I literally hate recording, doing run videos with fast RCs. It's a lot of work trying to do it. Some people have mastered it. I have not. I'm still trying to figure it out. I do have a drone that I could probably do chase mode with, whatever. Might try that later on and once it gets warm again. But the car itself did fantastic. At first, in the footage that I didn't get with the thumb camera, it was cooking. This thing is quick. And I ran it right along the water and perfect spray. It was such a... I saw it and I'm like, wow, that looks amazing. And I'm thinking, I hope the camera got this. And then I was so upset when I realized I never hit record, because that shot would have been amazing if I would have caught it. I got to go through my other footage. Hopefully I got something. But I tell you, the waterproofing of this thing has been tested. This thing was in salt water. It was submerged pretty much up to the windows. Up to the windows. And it's fine. We can start it right now. I think I still have the controller on. Is steering, that still works. Still fine. Still good. As soon as I got home, I took off the body, rinsed it out, sprayed water through it, inside and out, blow dried it. Well, with one of those little, not an actual hair blow dryer, but one of those little turbo little dryers. So I dried this thing the best I can. I still feel a little dampness here and there, but it should be good. I'll probably hit it with some more air. But I am really happy with this. It looks good. It runs good. Now the price of this car is $149 with that fast charger that will do 2 and 3S. I showed you what the competition comes with. You're getting a way better charger. I'll put a link in the description. This thing was sent to me from JIUSI JIUSI. Echo, thank you for sending this to me. I'm impressed. It runs good. Held up in salt water. Cleans up well. Like I said, I do like the compartment back here. The little bed in the back, because you can fit your GNS analyzer back there, which I did not use in this video since you're not going to get a speed run out in snow and ice. Wow. I just blew some water off this back wheel and I could taste the salt. It tastes like ocean and sand. So once again, this was the JIUSI M14R. Don't forget to check in the description for the link if you're interested in one. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.